What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I'm gonna be breaking down Weili Zhang versus Rose Namajunas. This is an awesome fight. Both girls are pretty good girls, man. If we look at where they're ranked, obviously Weili Zhang is the champion, and I think they gave these fucking bitches their own. I'm sorry, I came out, man. They gave these young women their own rankings, their own pound for pound. So oh man, we started off bad. So Weili Zhang is ranked number 3 in pound for pound for the females, and Rose Namajunas is ranked number 4. Rose is the number 1 strawweight in the world, and Weili Zhang is the number 1 strawweight in the world. Well, not the number 1. She is the champion of the strawweight division. So I'm sorry, y'all, man. But it is what it is. Good fight, man. I mean, in terms of title contention, this was the fight to make. Rose just got a W over a girl that beat her, and Jessica Andrade. We'll talk more about that fight. But and Weili's coming off a great fight. One of my favorite fights at 2020 over Joanna, man. I mean, phenomenal fight. I rag on this girl a lot, but man, that was I can't hate on that. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's a great fight. In terms of how these girls match up with each other, and just their status. In terms of popularity, and how much the fans really love these girls, man. So I think this was the best fight to make. This might be the most technical female fight on the card. Actually, maybe it might. You never know. It could be sloppy, but these girls, they look good, man. Like I can't even hate on them. Like, these girls fight. I give these girls a lot of credit. So, but let's talk about the stats. Weili comes in 21-1. She fights out of China, age 31, height 5'4", and a reach of 63. Rose has a record of 9-4. Is fighting out of Colorado, age 28, a height of 5'5", and a reach of 65. So, Rose does have a 2-inch reach advantage. I think the same advantage that Joanna had. I think Joanna had 65.5, but that reach and is going to play a big factor. And even though it's not a lot, it's not a lot. It's going to play a big factor on how this fight is going to be played out, and what I think is going to happen. But if we look at notable wins that Weili Zhang has, she's fought some really good girls as champion. But before that, she kind of got pushed up a little bit. But yeah, Weili has a win over Joanna, Jessica Andrade. And this is where I have my problems with her. All right, okay. And some of you guys might get mad at me, but beating Tisha Torres, beating Jessica Aguilera, beating Daniela Taylor, in my humble opinion, doesn't qualify for a title shot. And that's just all I'm gonna say. I didn't like her getting a title shot after beating Tisha Torres. I know it was dominant, and she beat the shit out of her. But I grew up where, and I don't know where you guys are from, but in the great country of America, you have to earn it. And in my humble opinion, when I think she was number 7, you have to beat at least one girl in the top 5. One. I'm not saying she has to beat everybody, but one girl in the top 5. And she just didn't do that, and that's just the facts. Nothing against her, but she just didn't do it. But she did. She destroyed Jessica and got it done. And then had a crazy fight with Joanna and Jacek, and that was a phenomenal fight. In my humble opinion, when I watched it live, I felt like Joanna won that fight, but it was so close. It's such a close fight. Joanna had a lot of damage. It's like, how do you score on output or points based on damage? And there's a really good debate that Joanna did her thing and that she won that fight, and I still feel that way. But I can understand if anyone feels like Weili won. I'm not going to argue with you, but how I personally felt. But Weili, she impressed me. She kind of proved me wrong. The media day before, I didn't appreciate. I thought that was pretty garbage by them to what they said, and I garbage by a lot of predictors, man. Just to say a legend like Joanna was gonna go out there and get knocked out by some girl that didn't deserve a title shot and barely worked. I'm just being honest, and I felt like it was disrespectful, right? But it is what it is. I know some people, I'm gonna piss some people off today, but and it is what it is. But I gotta be honest with you guys, and she proved a lot of the doubters wrong, a lot of Joanna fans wrong, including myself, about her gas tank. I felt like she lost the fourth, but that fifth round, man, she came in strong. I give her a lot of credit. She fought like a warrior, and she got hurt bad. I remember in the third round, and the coaches had to cheat by picking her up, and sending her over there. Yeah, I'm just playing, y'all. But she got hit by a front kick bad, but she recovered well, and she put damage on Joanna. She gave her a hematoma, so it is what it is. You can't be mad, even if you were mad at Joanna for the comments she made. You can't even be mad about how great of a fight that was, and it is what it is. But but if we look at a girl like Rose and what she's accomplished, at strawweight, I mean, she doesn't have the best record, but she's fought top level competition her whole entire career. Even if you date back to even the fucking Ultimate Fighter show, she has a loss to Tisha Torres, but she beat Joanne Calderwood, beat Randa Marcos, and then lost to Carla Esparza. Then beats Angela Hill, chokes her out. Dude, the way she did Paige Van Zandt was dirty. Beats Tisha Torres, then she is the number one contender bout with Karolina Kovacevic. Loses a split decision to her. Then beats Michelle Waterson. Oh, that's interesting. And then fights for the title. And I thought it was somewhat of a fluke that first time. I will say that I thought Joanna just had a bad weight cut. But really, it's crazy Rose's transformation to this moment. Rose kind of became like a grappler, and just turned into like a really, really good boxer in there, and has a great jab and has a great one too. And she ended up beating Joanna, but she had a rematch with Joanna. I watched that fight, and I was the one guy in the room rooting for Joanna. Everyone else was rooting for Rose, and everyone thought I was being crazy. But in the fifth round, I had it 2-2, and there was a big thing that I think Weili has to do to win this fight, and she has to look at that second fight. I know people are like, wow, she had such a great performance. She beat Joanna throughout the distance, and yeah, she did that. She won the fifth round based on a takedown, but she was getting her legs chewed up in the round 3 and 4, and Joanna was finding success. Yeah, she has, I think, some of the best hands, I think, in the female division. And I'm not saying she has power, but she has crisp boxing, and she has a really good jab. And it is what it is. But she was getting hurt in there, and I mean, that leg was compromised, and there was a reason why she went for that takedown. It was smart, but that leg were compromised. And just thinking about what Weili Zhang might do, that's something she got to look at. Calf kicks, leg kicks. I think that's I might start off this video early. That's a big key wave victory for her, for Zhang, and it is what it is. I might be wrong here, but that's just how I feel. And I think I think that's gonna be how Weili wins. I might be giving it up now, but and then she fights Jessica Andrade, right? And I told y'all that girl was gonna get smoked. I told y'all that girl. I told a lot of people. Actually, I wasn't on YouTube. Never mind. I told everyone at my high school at the time this girl was gonna get destroyed by Jessica. Everyone laughed at me, and the fight ended up being, I was getting proven wrong until I was proven right, and she got slammed on her fucking head. I'm a Rose hater, so you see, and I'm not the biggest fan of Weili. So you see where I'm at in a position where like I'm kind of. I think I have the most honest breakdown here, right? I feel like out of everyone, I will give you guys the most fair breakdown, because I think a lot of people are going to be biased towards this side and that side, right? I'm going to be honest. I mean, she got, I was happy she got slammed on her neck. And I remember my friends were with me and they were like, bro, dude, she could be dead. I'm like, fuck that bitch, man. Like, you know, and I was pretty juiced about it. But, you know, you know, I thought she was done, and I was like, God, man, good riddance. Goodbye. The fluke and the decision went over Joanna. You know, leave us alone, right? And no, she comes back and fights Jessica Andrade. And if I never saw this Jessica Andrade fight, the second one, I might have picked Rose. This was a really hard one for me to pick. And I've talked to a lot of guys about this fight, and a lot of smart people about this fight, and I'm very torn. Like, I can really see Rose, you know, jabbing this girl in the face, like, all day. I can see it. But after I saw this Jessica Andrade fight, and I did pick Jessica to win this. I think that's on YouTube where I got it wrong. But I picked Jessica to get it done, and you know, Jessica was very close. I want to say one thing. I was so proud of Jessica Andrade that day. I was so proud of her, and she did her thing. She made real legitimate improvements in her game, and it made the fight different. And if there was 2 extra rounds, she would have knocked her out, and I promise you that. There's no lying about that. She would have beat her that day, but it is what it is. We're not there that day. So, and that was a fun fight. I remember that was a really, really fun fight. But basically, you know, the second Joanna fight and the second Jessica Andrade fight are going to be my main reasons to explaining why Weili wins this fight, and that's what it really comes down to. But I will give a key to victory for you know, Rose. I think Rose can use her jab, and you know, she can basically dance around. I think Rose will have the better boxing. I don't know if Rose will be the better grappler. She might be the better technical grappler, but I don't think she's stronger out of the two. I think Weili's actually stronger than her. And I don't think Weili's going to finish this girl. I know a lot of people talk about her knockout power, and I've been very suspect. You know, I found it to be very suspect about her knockout power, but I've been more impressed with her championship grit in the championship rounds. I think she gets a finish late more than anything. I don't think she gets a finish early. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you guys think I'm going to be crazy on this. Neither do I think Rose is going to finish. Rose, I mean, that knockout, if I ever seen a fluke, man, that was such a fluke over Joanna. So I don't think Rose is going to knock this girl out. I think this is going to last a minute. And I think Weili's going to just have to go leg hunting, and it is what it is. But I would say, I keep on going back to Weili. But with Rose, I think Rose has to use her jab. Has to check the kicks. She has to check the kicks, because that, you know, that's coming. And you know, and maybe mixing some takedowns, and I can see her winning a decision in this fight and getting it done. Don't be surprised if Thug Rose just out jabs this girl. And I know some people be like, oh, that's not very impressive. Or you could see a situation where, you know, basically how Joanna beat this girl, Weili. Well, you know, how not beat her, but how Joanna fought Weili and kind of use output. And let's say Rose is all bruised up. Don't be surprised if the judges might give it to Rose. You know, there's a situation that could happen there too. So that's something to think about. But, you know, that's one way I can see Rose winning. Weili, I said it, and I've been hinting at it the whole entire video. She has to go leg hunting. You know, destroy that girl's calves, destroy that girl's legs, her kneecap, just everything. Oblique kicks, break that girl's fucking legs. She's basically a boxer in there, a boxer wrestler. And she hasn't even grappled a long time. So we don't even know how good her grappling is going to be. But that's what she does. You never know. Maybe Rose might try to just go out there and just try to submit Weili. I don't think that's going to be smart. I don't think Weili's that bad on the ground. I think she's actually pretty decent. And I just think, you know, Weili just has to keep her hands up, you know, and kind of don't get mad by the jab. Just kind of deal with it for a little bit. Break this girl. Let her have her little pitter-pat thing. You know, when she fought Jessica, one of the things that really fucked her up was her footwork. You know, you move like that, it's cool, and you probably not going to get a lot of credit for it, but that's hard to move like that kind of footwork. You can even hear boxers talk about, you know, just being on your toes and just, you know, losing the gas to your legs sometimes. You know, it can really hurt. So, you know, Rose has shown that, you know, she's gotten tired. And I think Weili needs to go out there and just beat her in the later championship rounds. And I think that's how Weili wins. I'm picking Weili. I could see Weili by decision. I really can. but that last fight with Jessica was just not good. And that's just really my basis for picking. I was so close to picking Rose. But me not being like a big fan of Rose just stopped me. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pick Rose. And you know, there is this weird thing. I guess I'll bring it up with Rose and Weili about communism and stuff like that. And I guess if you're gonna hear my opinion on it, I don't have a problem with what Rose said. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't. You know, I don't think she said anything wrong. I think it's her personal opinion, and I'm not very informed in the situation, but I don't think she lied. I don't think she told any misinformation about the whole entire situation. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I'm not very political, so you know, mind my ignorance. But it is what it is with Weili. But I'm still picking Weili based on skill, and I'm seeing a lot of people pick Weili based on what Rose said about her, and I think that's not very smart. And anyone that's picking Rose right now, I think you got a real chance, man. I'm not confident in Weili at all. I'm very not. Dude, I'm not sold on this girl. I think Weili beats this, and they're gonna start calling her to go. I already know it. But my girl Zhang Yan, when she gets rid of fucking Carla Esparza, the real Chinese, man, the real best female Chinese MMA fighter, gonna take her spot and whoop on Weili real quick when they do a big China versus China. I think Yan will beat this girl. I really do. I think she'll beat the shit out of Weili. But I'm waiting for that, and hopefully Weili can just do her part and just win. You know, that's all I need her to do is just win this fight, you know. But it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. I love y'all and goodbye. Always appreciate the support. I see a lot of support. You know, shout out to all the guys that like it, and shout out to all the guys that actually was on my Fight Talk thing and just supporting the live and stuff like that. I always appreciate that. But it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and you know, if you're new, subscribe, like, comment. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Go click the notification button. If I said that already, then hey, it is what it is. Your boy's getting crazier, but love y'all and goodbye.
Talk what? Billy blah 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 blah.
Do you understand what you want?
I don't know what it means. Billy blah blah blah. I don't know.
Just a lot of talking.
Yes.